Hello, my name is Rachel, and I love the Gothic subculture. Okay, guys, I swear, I am not becoming a Stephanie Stryker reaction video channel. A couple days ago, she uploaded this video, and as soon as I saw the title, I was like, I absolutely have to react to this video. And she's like, you should. So I was like, yes, I'm going to react to this video. And I think I learned enough from the last reaction video that this one hopefully goes a little more smoothly for me in the editing process. But I've got headphones, so I won't have to worry about the weird muting issue and the double voice issue and all that sort of stuff. So it'll just be a matter of lining everything up correctly. So let's see here. Let me get into this old phone. Oh, and once again, let me scoot over here. Oh, sorry about my mess in the background. I'm preparing for Dark Force Fest. It's only like a week away. And boy, oh my goodness, I left way too much stuff to last minute. I'm a little stressed out, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hopefully I'll be able to do another one of my horrible vlogs for you guys and take you along with me on that. Okay, but enough about all that stuff. Let's find out how to get a goth girlfriend with this one weird trick. I'm so excited for this. Okay.
Well, welcome back, baddies. I missed you. I missed you so dang much. I've crowdsourced some information from you. I'm gonna deliver what I found out. A response to my previous video. Can a goth and a normie, can they have a romantic relationship? And the answer was, go watch the video.
Definitely go check out her channel and watch that video.
The other answer is, yeah, fucking course they can. Here is the deliverance of the information that I got from you guys. What is it that a goth person needs to have a good relationship with anybody, especially with somebody who's not also a goth? What is it? What is it? Oh my god. You're about to find out. Alright, what is it? Guess what it is? It's one fucking thing. It's respect. Wow, shocker. That's a fucking shocker. That's true for everyone in every relationship of any kind.
Yeah, exactly. Every
Unless
relationship.
you have some kind of agreed upon disrespect, which is also respect because it's free. Respect is the answer. I personally am a girl, so I'm going to talk about being a goth GF. To have a girlfriend, a goth GF, what do you have to do? You have to respect her as a human being. That's it. That's all you gotta do. All the battle. The battle is
I mean, that's, I guess, true for any relationship and both ways, right? We have to respect each other.
a nice human being. That's it. Goth GFs, they don't want to be treated like shit. Goth girls, contrary to popular belief, are girls, and they like to be treated like human beings. So if you would like to have a goth girlfriend, treat them like a human being, like someone that you care about and respect. Like, imagine this: you have a girlfriend and she's not goth. How would you treat her? Treat your goth girlfriend like that, as long as you treat her nicely. I'm assuming you're a good person. You're watching this video because you want to know, well, how do I treat somebody nicely? I want to know what goth girls like. Here's the thing. Goth girls are not a monolithic entity, though it may seem like that because you may be intimidated by us. We're actually just individual people, and we just have a certain style. We also engage in certain activities, like going to goth industrial concerts on a Monday night. I don't know.
And it's like, to add on to that, it's important to remember that everyone is multifaceted. None of us are just one thing. A goth girl isn't just a goth girl. You know, she's going to be multifaceted. She's going to have lots of other interests and you know, boundaries and all of that. So it's you know, you need to get to know the person and yeah, the respect. And yeah, just, we're multifaceted. Everyone is multifaceted, or at least I hope everyone is multifaceted. But don't pigeonhole us. Don't just be like, oh, goth girlfriend, they must only do this one, you know, whatever the stereotype that day is.
Putting on a lot of makeup, taking a long time to get ready to do anything, but that's really not exclusive to goth girls. There's really not a whole lot different. We just look goth, look alternative, look dark, look different. If you think that's cool, but are you going to make us happy just by thinking that we are a thing to be perceived? Is that it? I mean, do you like my personality? Do you like come hang out with me and think that I'm cool, like as a person? You know, just like any other human being that you would engage with in a romantic fashion. It's the same thing. This is the obvious. And
it's possible she'll talk about this in a minute, or she talked about it in her other video about a normal person and a goth dating. Goth girls can often be fetishized, like, and I've even leaned into that like fetishistic stereotype a few times. I've used the hashtag big titty goth girlfriend on Instagram and stuff like that. But goth girls can be fetishized, and it can be annoying. Like, people will slide into your DM just automatically thinking that you're, you know, a fetishist, and just throw their fetishes at you without consent because they just assume that's what you're into. And as we discussed, as I mentioned on last week's video, I'm not a fetishist. I don't really have any fetishes. So for me, like, obviously if I'm in a fetish environment, I'm going to be very respectful of that. But if I'm not in a fetish environment and you just trip into my DMs and try to unload your fetishes on me, I might get a little not respectful and a little mean because it's like walking up to me in the grocery store and whipping your stuff out right there, right? So anyway, let's continue.
Obvious and serious answer that came up. Pretty much every single person who responded to me had some variation on this theme. Respect us. We're not dolls that you order on the internet. We're actually human beings. Maybe some of us look like dolls from the internet, and that's the thing. We like to be respected until we agree to not be respected. And then that's a whole different conversation. There you have it, the number one secret, and you can get your goth GF in no time. Also, go and listen to some goth music, and that's probably gonna help your odds. What do you really want to know? The really deep, dark, dirty things you want to know. How do you get a goth GF? Like, that was the stuff that you have to say, right? Right? Like, tell me what you really want. Okay, I'll tell you what I want. I can't speak for any other goth GFs, but I will tell you what I want. Money for clothes, money for makeup. Also, go listen to my band. My band is Amulet. AmuletTheBand.com. That's what I want.
I don't want your money. I have my own money. But definitely go listen to her band. Go listen to her band. Her voice is beautiful. I love the music. I love that particular like goth sound. So yeah, go listen to her band. But yeah, let's continue. Sorry, I just had to jump in there.
The secret to my heart, go listen to my band. Alright, I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you. Now, for goths specifically, you don't want to try and understand
she has her own
their
money too.
Unique tastes. You can go and watch some of my other videos and see what some of the stereotypical tastes they might have are. And we do share interests as a subculture. Of course we do. We have a lot of music that we like to share. We have a lot of art and literature and films and themes and things that we love to share. And so you probably want to check those out and see, can I get behind this? Can I see this stuff? Like, do I understand where somebody is coming from? Like, why would she like this? Can I get that? Can I get behind that? Can I understand that? And see the beauty in that. If you see this stuff, if you start to learn her interests and you're like, this is weird. This is fucking weird. And you can't get yourself to open your mind a little bit and be like, why would a person like this? That's interesting. Ask her. Oh, what do you like about this? In a nice way, obviously. I'm assuming you know how to be a normal human. So, nicely engage in conversation. Why do you like these things? I'm
sure she's going to get to this point too. But do not get yourself a goth girlfriend just because you want to change her. Or, once you've bagged her, try to change her. And try to make her be less herself. Don't do that. That is just... Don't do that to any girl. Don't try to cage any girl just to change her. But especially, don't do that to a goth girl. That's just so beyond wrong. And I'm sure she'll probably touch on that as well. But just in case, I just wanted to throw that in there. Don't date someone and then try to change them. And this goes both ways. Like you know, when I've dated plenty of not 100% goth guys. Like Brian is somewhat goth. He dresses up for goth nights and you know, goth events. But he's not like, as you know, because I'm kind of casual goth, but I'm also kind of that way all the time. So he's not that way all the time. He has other, you know, because we're all multifaceted, so he has other interests and looks that he enjoys, right? So, and I wouldn't try to change him and force him to always wear tailcoats and top hats. So, like, when you're dating someone, you have to like them for who they are. If you don't like them for who they are, don't try to change them. Unless it's something super destructive, like they're a drug addict, then yes, it's okay to try to help them recover from something like that. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, don't try to make me stop watching horror movies, and I'm not going to try to make Bryant stop playing you know, Final Fantasy and Zelda and all of that. Like, I enjoy watching him play, but even though I don't play video games myself. So it's like, you have to accept and even encourage your partner's interests. But if you're not going to encourage them, at the very least, do not try to discourage them or change them. Okay, enough of my ranting. I'm sure she's getting into that. Let her finish.
Why do you like these things? I'm so fascinated by this. I've never thought about this kind of thing. I've never listened to goth music. I've never, you know, tell me all about it. Really engage in those interests. And you will probably respond quite well to that. And people in general love it when you're interested in them. You're interested in their interests. And hopefully she is nice enough and interesting enough back to you to also do the same for you in your interests. I think that you taking some time to kind of learn the subculture a little bit will help you a lot. If you find that you don't like it, then this probably is not going to be the relationship for you. Goth people like being goth. Goth people like being goth. It's tough to tear them away from that beautiful, dark, sparkling drama. This is just the way that
and
we
just
are.
Don't do it.
Are we born this way? Maybe. Do we have trauma? Maybe. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. But we like it. This is the way that we are. Diving into that is a whole thing. It is a subculture. I'm going to make an assumption here. Some of you seeking Goth GF have a fetish. You know what? That's okay. It's cool. I know a lot of people don't like being treated as a fetish object until they're involved. So yeah, it might not work. Just remember, people are different. Every individual is a different type of person. Don't assume. I said this in my other videos. Please never assume that a goth person is into fetishy, kinky things. You just cannot assume that. More often than not, this person is going to be very upset that you made that assumption. I understand why you would do it. I get it. The fashion is misleading and people have lots of fantasies. I get it. It's just a tip from me to you. The person who would like a goth GF, don't assume it. You can't do that. Don't be treating her like a dom until she's like, alright, that's cool with me. You can't do that. I'm sorry. Sounds cool, but yeah, it's not. Alright, so can you understand where I'm coming from? Do you get this? This is my message. There's been a lot of rambling. There's been a lot of chit-chat and talking, and I know men don't like that. But, okay, here's the very fucking bottom line. TLDR. Respect her as a person. That's how you get a goth GF. That's it. Like, dude, there's no fucking secret. Take my side tips about learning about the subculture, legitimately having some kind of interest. If you have no interest, then you should really just stick to Pornhub, because they're not gonna be wanting to be with you. Stick to your fantasies if you are not going to engage and enrich the goth girl.
Also, something to keep in mind, we only look like this, you know, maybe 20% of the time. Well, she's like this all the time. But when I was younger, I was like this all the time as well. But now that I'm older, I'm only like this like 20% of the time. The rest of the time, I'm in sweats. Because now that I'm old, I just want to be comfortable. I don't leave the house. Unless I'm maybe by myself going grocery shopping. But I won't go out to dinner in just sweats or something like that. But you get the point. Like, a majority of my life is now spent super casual, so don't expect your goth girlfriend. I think there's even a meme about this, like 20% of the time all done up, and then the other 80% of the time snuggling a squishmallow in a big oversized hoodie. So, okay, let's we're almost done here. Let's wrap her up, and then I have a few things that I want to talk about.
Girlfriend, I hope that you can find the goth GF of your dreams, and she is very happy with you. I love you all dearly, very, very much, and I would like to spread love throughout this planet, especially the dark underbelly of the goth subculture. Until next time, I'll see you later, baddies. Bye.
Okay, so that video was a lot of fun, and she makes some really great points. As always, she'll be linked down in the description box. Definitely go check her out. She has a bunch more videos that I haven't reacted to yet, because I promise I'm not turning into a Stephanie Stryker reaction video channel. But I just couldn't resist. When I saw the title to this video, I couldn't resist. But now I'm going to add my 2 cents, my dating advice to young men or young women who are interested in this. This could work for anybody, not just goths, but especially, I think, just because I'm coming from a goth girl angle. But I believe this is good advice for every person trying to strike up a conversation with someone else on the internet. So, like, in-person conversations, of course, can be easier. But online conversations, my biggest piece of advice to you, never, ever try to start a conversation messaging the person you're interested in, hey, or what's up. The person you're messaging probably doesn't even know who you are. They're not the ones who have any interest in conversing with you. So why are you putting the work of the conversation on that person? Like, when I get messages like that, I usually just ignore them. Sometimes I delete or block them, because, like, I'm a pretty antisocial person, and I think a lot of goths might be. Not antisocial in the I'm going to go shoot up a Burger King sort of way, but antisocial in the I just don't want to talk to strangers that often. Sometimes I don't even want to talk to friends. Like, I get anxiety sometimes when it's just a friend calling or messaging. Don't call me. My friends know to give me a heads up if they need to call me, but I prefer not to be called. I don't like talking on the phone. But so yeah, never start your messages out like that. It's, in my opinion, it's rude and disrespectful. You're the one who wants the conversation. Don't make me have to suddenly do the work, and I won't. The smart thing to do, go through their profile. See what like she was saying, see what their interests are. What type of movies do they like? Do you have anything in common? Is there something there that particularly interests you? Like Bryant, when he first messaged me, we had met like the night before. He messaged me on Facebook. I wasn't even sure who it was I was talking to, because it didn't click at first until I actually went to his profile and I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy from last night. But he didn't just be like, hey, hi, what's up? And expecting me to start a conversation. He was asking me questions. He was sending me messages asking me about my chainmail, because I had been vending chainmail the night before when he met me. So he had been, he actually started a real conversation, and that it worked. Now, it's not always going to work. It's not always going to work. So my number 2 piece of advice is if they tell you no, or, not interested, or leave me alone, accept that. Don't freak out. Don't be like, well, I wasn't interested in you anyway, fatty. It's like, well, you were 5 minutes ago. Just accept it. It's okay. It's okay. There's going to be other people, and all it's going to do is your messages are going to end up in a group like Why Are Men on Facebook. So just if they give you, in no uncertain terms, they're not interested in talking to you, just let it be. Just let them not talk to you. And just move on, right? And yeah, so those are my two biggest pieces of advice right there. If they're you're trying to strike up a conversation with them and you're asking them actual in-depth questions, try not to ask yes and no questions, ask actual conversation starter questions.
Editing Rachel here. Now this should go without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. Also, do not bring up anything sexual until you guys have some sort of connection and you're sure that she's going to be receptive to that. Don't on your fifth message suddenly be like, hey, can you rate my wang? You know what I'm saying? Keep it respectful, keep it on a friendship level, and if it can go somewhere else, she'll give you the signs, but don't just assume, and don't suddenly turn it into something sexual when you guys are having a good conversation. I have seen so many conversations where guys completely cock-block themselves that way by bringing up sex way too early.
And they are answering in one or two words, or in that yes and no style, that also probably means they're not interested and they're just being polite. So ask look at their profile, see if you have something in common, see if there's something interesting there. Maybe they're into taxidermy, or maybe they're into, a specific band very passionately. And you like that band too, because, you might already like some bands that goths like. And strike up a actual conversation, not just be like, hey, I like that band too. Just be like, oh wow, I really love whatever band that is. And have you ever heard of this band? Because they're very similar and you might like them too. That's the sort of conversation you want to get going. Those are my pieces of advice to you that I'm going to add on how to get a goth girlfriend or how to talk to someone online. And I know, and every time I've said this, because I've said it before on Facebook postings, there's always someone in the comments that's like, hey, or one of my friends will be a smartass and message me, hey. So don't do that. But yeah, so down in the comments below, let me know your tips and tricks, how to approach someone online or in person, how to approach specifically a goth girl online or in person, or a goth boy. How do you approach them online? So yeah, that's let me know what you think about all of this. Definitely go check out Stephanie, and that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my another reaction video. I swear, I'm not turning into a reaction channel. But this is kind of fun. It is kind of fun to react to videos. So I'm not saying there will never be another reaction video again. I'm just saying I'm going to try to limit it. I'm not going to try and do them every week. I just did 2 back-to-back. I'm going to give it a break before I do another one. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, of course you can give me a thumbs down, and please tell me all about it in the comments below. And please subscribe to the channel. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and safe in this incredibly crazy world we're living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.